Well, it's been a long year. It's about time I make a video to talk about everything. Hey everyone, I'm back. I know it's been a confusing past several months. I've been posting a lot of YouTube shorts recently because I needed to post some stuff and I honestly had the urge to make a lot of shorter edits because they're easier and fun to make. I know it's been a rough past year and I know I haven't been on my usual schedule and a lot of my planned edits have either been scrapped or delayed. 2024 has been a really rough year for me and my family and we've had a lot going on recently. Me and my parents are moving in a few months, and these past several months have just been filled with moving plans, fixing up our house, a bit of packing, and just in general working on our move. Start back up with school pretty soon too, and it's been tiring and it's drained my motivation quite a bit. I've lost a lot of time, motivation, and work with all the stuff we've been doing recently, and I've been needing to work on that more than my actual current job on YouTube. But I'm going to go ahead and clear up some possible confusion about the possible future of this channel. Let's talk about what I've been doing the past few years now. I started this channel because I thought it would be fun to start a channel and see where it goes. And I have to say, it went better than I thought it would, actually. I'm not a big YouTuber at all, and I won't push myself to be. I'm probably not even going to be on YouTube for much longer. When I started this channel, I was just doing some random stuff from an account I had on PixArt. I was hoping to do some animation stuff maybe, but never fully got around to that. Then I soon discovered Favor My Saber. I'm not exactly sure when I discovered his channel and what point he was at when I found his channel, but it was definitely around Rainbow Quest time. Either way, when I discovered his channel, I had a whole different outlook on Minecraft content. I was a huge fan of Minecraft content like Preston, Unspeakable, Popular MMOs, J Guys, just in general, a lot of fun Minecraft content. I still watch them now, but I was a bigger fan of it back then than I am now. Anyway, when I discovered his channel, this was all I was focused on, just his content. I was so into his videos and I watched the series, finished with you guys, and ended up making this videos for his channel too. The thing is though, I realized Fair My Saber wasn't the biggest YouTuber. He used to be a little more popular, but nowadays I see almost no fans of him apart from the 24/7 fans. So that's one reason I began making Favor My Saber edits and other stuff. I wanted to expand his content somewhat, and I began making videos of his content to hopefully help others get interested in his stuff. I don't know how successful I was at doing that, but I do like that so many of you enjoyed my videos. I worked on a series talking about Leroy the Yellow Steve, which I will admit I kind of hate looking back on now, but it was my starting point. I began working on a villains roleplay with my friends that soon turned into one of my favorite works ever, The Villains War, and I enjoyed working on all these edits. I soon worked on the last ones, which was a Twisted Rainbow Aftermath story, and you all seemed to enjoy that too. But over time, I started to realize I was losing my passion for it. On TikTok, I was a pretty full-time cosplayer as well. I cosplayed as Hypno Steve, Scarlet the Fox, The Last Inferno. I cosplayed as a lot of characters and met a few friends with the help of that. However, over time, I began losing the passion to do what I've been doing for quite a while. It's been rough. I was losing motivation, and the time where my passion really fell out was after the Villains War concluded. The Villains War ended a year ago, and I began falling out with my stuff after it ended. I enjoyed working on it, but I kind of pushed myself too much with the series. I wanted to make a good ending for it, and I wanted to make it a good series. You all seemed to enjoy it, and I know they weren't my most popular edits, but I saw that a lot of you did like it. I also enjoy working with my friend Genocide Bob, who helped me with the series, gave me ideas, and was the reason the series ever became a thing. Like, literally. Genocide Bob commented on that Heroes for the Resistance edit about 2 years ago and gave me an idea to put his character in it, and suddenly it turned into all of that. So it was all him. He's the reason that series became a thing, and he's the reason I was able to improve a lot more with what I did. So thanks so much to him, and big shout out to him for being such a good friend. After the villains were concluded, I lost so much motivation. I really just didn't want to work on any more edits like that again. But around that time, I also didn't know what else to do with my channel. That's why my uploading schedule kind of dropped out. I was tired of working on edits, and I really just needed some time off to gain some more ideas. 2024 was the year that I just kind of lost all my inspiration to work. Towards the end of 2024, I finally gained some motivation to work again, but not on Fair My Saber content, on WWE content. I became a fan of WWE last year, actually. My dad has been a fan for quite some time, but the only reason we only recently started watching was because we couldn't for some time. We didn't have access to watching it live, and I just wasn't ever interested in watching it until recently. In my personal life, 2024 was the year I actually became full fans of 4 different fandoms. I wanted to explore stuff and find some different stuff to work on, and I did, thank goodness. I was thankful for that and happy that I found other things I was interested in, but the WWE was a fandom that I fully got into. A fandom and show that I really enjoy. It's a show where we can watch 3 or 4 times a week, and it's something that I can constantly get the motivation to work on all the time. It's more consistent. It's actually something that I can improve my own career future with. That ad I made for the Raw premiere coming up in a week is an example of that. The WWE is something I actually kind of want to get into career-wise in the future. I probably won't end up being a wrestler, but it would be cool if I can possibly become an editor or film producer for them. As in, I can work on promos for them, help develop ideas, and just in general work with them in some way in the future. Knowing that the WWE always travels around the world, that's another thing. I've always loved traveling since I was younger, and whether I do become a wrestler or worker in the WWE, traveling the world to continue working on my stuff is something I would love doing in the future. Just in general, I think I might be able to get somewhere else with this WWE content. I'm still young and my decision could possibly change over time, but at the moment, this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to do for my channel. I'm just gonna say, at the moment, I am done working with Fair My Saber content. I'm just not into it anymore. Don't think this means I'm done watching his stuff, but just know I'm no longer gonna be doing Fair My Saber content only. I may do some of it in the future, but at the moment, no. What I am going to work on actually is my filmmaking stuff. Remember my short film Mask Off? I want to do more stuff like that after we move. That's something I enjoy doing, and I'm not exactly the most proud of it, but this is what you start with. You make do with what you have, and you work on the ideas you have in your head. After we move to our new home and get settled in, I plan to start making more short films like that. Well, maybe not exactly like that one, but possibly more stuff like it. If TikTok is still around, let's face it, it probably will, considering TikTok gets away with everything. I might post some of my works on there as well because that'll help extend my ideas and more people will see it. Something I'm hoping is that I can work on stuff like that and possibly get my ideas for my work picked up by someone who wants to hire me for their work. And I am hoping that maybe as I'm working on my stuff over the last few years of school, by the time I finish, I'll already have a career path set in stone for when I can work full time. But that's just a hope, not a guarantee. As I'm working more on edits and short films, I'll be building a portfolio and that'll possibly help me get hired in the future to work on stuff like what I do now. For the first few months or so of 2025, I am probably not going to be posting as often, sadly, mainly because we really need to get our moving plans all finished first before I continue my work again. I may post short WWE edits here and now, but full-time videos and posts are not going to be the case. So you all will just have to bear with me and just be patient. I will no longer be pushing myself as hard as I used to, and I will be trying my best to work on my own health and not focus full-time on just my channel. In conclusion, I will not be ending this channel, but this channel is moving in a different direction than it originally was in the past. I will be working on new content and new ideas altogether, and I hope you all will be there with me the entire time I'm doing it, but again, this is just something I want to do and no longer force myself to do. I'll be working more on WWE edits and fan promos, and I will be working on my own original ideas for short films and possible trailers I can create for fun too. But as I said, we're moving soon, and this is the thing I need to focus on right now. But I promise you all, this channel is not finished yet. I just need a break for a bit. I need time to finish up everything going on right now. My most likely time of returning will probably be around the spring or summer at the most. But again, we'll just have to see. All I'm going to say is 2025, be a good year. I'm also thinking of possibly changing my channel name, but that's something I can talk about later. For now, this is the Lava Queen signing out. I love you all, and I hope you all had a good New Year's. And let's just all pray that 2025 will be a good year. Bye, guys.